Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple yet unusual ways to tie a ribbon bow. Forget those boring, predictable knots. We'll be creating 3 unique and surprisingly easy bow designs that are perfect for gifts, hair accessories, or even just adding a touch of flair to your everyday life. Let's get creative. Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into the wonderful world of ribbon bows, but not just any old bows. We're going to explore some seriously creative and surprisingly simple ways to tie them. Let's start by talking about choosing the perfect ribbon. Choosing the right ribbon is half the battle. Think about the occasion. Is it for a birthday, a wedding, or maybe just to add a touch of whimsy to a gift? The material matters too. Silk ribbons give you that luxurious, elegant look. They drape beautifully and have a subtle sheen. If you're going for something more rustic, a burlap or linen ribbon might be perfect. And don't forget about those gorgeous grosgrain ribbons. They're sturdy, come in a million colors, and hold their shape wonderfully. Consider the width of the ribbon as well. A wider ribbon will create a bolder, more dramatic bow, while a thinner ribbon is perfect for delicate details. Experiment. Play around with different textures, widths, and colors to find what speaks to you. Don't be afraid to mix and match. Now, let's talk about the tools and decorations you might need. Besides your ribbon, you'll probably want a pair of sharp scissors. Trust me, blunt scissors make the whole process a lot more frustrating. You might also want some pins or clips to hold your ribbon in place while you're working. For added flair, think about embellishments. Buttons, beads, sequins, even small charms can elevate your bow to the next level. A little hot glue gun can be your best friend here, but be careful, it gets hot. And finally, don't underestimate the power of a good pair of tweezers for those tiny details. Alright, let's get into the basic bow types. We'll start with the classic bow. This is the one we all know and love, simple, elegant, and always appropriate. Then we'll move on to the strict bow. This one is a bit more formal, with sharper lines and a more structured look. Perfect for gifts that need a touch of sophistication. Next up is the double bow, twice the fun. This is a great way to add volume and visual interest. Layering TWO bows on top of each other creates a beautiful, full look. And finally, we'll tackle the tiered bow. This is where things get really interesting. A tiered bow involves creating several layers of bows, each slightly smaller than the last, to create a stunning, multi-dimensional effect. It's a bit more challenging, but the results are absolutely breathtaking. Now for something a little different, the terry bow. This is a fun, fluffy bow that's perfect for adding a touch of playful texture. It's surprisingly easy to make, and the soft, plush look is perfect for gifts or crafts. We'll go through the steps slowly, so don't worry if you've never made one before. The key is to create those soft, rounded loops, and we'll use a few little tricks to get them just right. We'll also explore different ways to embellish your terry bow, from adding beads to incorporating other fabrics. We've covered a lot of ground today, from choosing the perfect ribbon and gathering your supplies to mastering several different bow tying techniques. Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be discouraged if your first few attempts aren't flawless. The more you practice, the better you'll get, and soon you'll be creating stunning bows with ease. So grab your ribbon, get creative, and have fun. Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving headfirst into the wonderful world of ribbon bows. We're going to explore some seriously creative ways to tie them, from simple and elegant to downright dazzling. Let's start with a classic, but with a twist, a TWO color bow. For our TWO color bow, we'll use TWO contrasting ribbons, maybe a rich burgundy and a shimmering gold. The key here is layering. We'll tie a basic bow with the burgundy ribbon, then carefully weave the gold ribbon through and around the loops, creating a beautiful, textured effect. We'll play with different weaving patterns to show you how to achieve different looks, a more structured, geometric design, or something looser and more whimsical. Don't be afraid to experiment. We'll also show you how to secure the bow with a tiny stitch or a dab of hot glue, ensuring it stays perfectly in place. Next up, we're tackling the Dior bow. This iconic bow is known for its elegant simplicity and perfect symmetry. We'll break down the process step by step, showing you how to create those perfectly formed loops and tails. We'll discuss ribbon choice. A luxurious satin ribbon is perfect, but you can experiment with different textures and widths to achieve different effects. We'll also show you how to adjust the bow size and shape to suit different occasions and outfits. Moving on to something a little more floral, let's create a stunning ribbon flower bow. This technique involves shaping the ribbon into petals, then layering them to create a full, three-dimensional flower. We'll show you how to use different ribbon widths and colors to create different flower styles, from delicate roses to bold poppies. We'll also explore different ways to attach the flower to a base, whether it's a hair clip, a gift, or even a piece of clothing. Let's get a little more intricate with a chrysanthemum bow. This technique requires a bit more patience, but the results are breathtaking. We'll show you how to create those delicate, layered petals using a single ribbon. The key here is precise folding and layering, and we'll provide plenty of close-up shots to guide you through each step. We'll also discuss different ways to add texture and dimension to your chrysanthemum bow, such as using wire or adding beads. Now, for something completely different, we'll explore the art of kanzashi ribbon bows. Kanzashi is a traditional Japanese art form, and we'll show you how to adapt its techniques to create stunning, unique bows. We'll use sharp scissors and careful folding to create intricate shapes and patterns. This technique is perfect for creating elegant and sophisticated bows for special occasions. But before we get too fancy, let's not forget the basics. We'll also cover the easiest ways to create a beautiful bow, perfect for everyday use. We'll show you 3 or 4 different simple techniques, each requiring minimal effort but delivering maximum impact. These are perfect for wrapping gifts, adding a touch of elegance to hair, or even embellishing clothing. Finally, let's talk about how to tie a bow beautifully on clothes. We'll explore different placement techniques, depending on the garment and the style of the bow. We'll show you how to create a chic bow on a dress, a playful bow on a sweater, or a sophisticated bow on a jacket. We'll also discuss different ways to secure the bow to prevent it from slipping or becoming loose.